Hey, I'm Siobhan, community cultivator and founder of BEFREE Project. The BEFREE Project podcast was created for community, sisterhood, and personal growth. Each week, you'll be inspired and motivated to do the work to show up for yourself so you too can feel fulfilled and be free. Now grab a pen and a notebook and let's get into the show. The best decision that you can make today is joining the BEFREE Inner Circle at BEFREEInnerCircle.com, a community for like-minded women to find their forever friends and get accountability to do their personal growth work. Your membership includes a private, exclusive community of women who are not only showing up for themselves, but for one another. Weekly live events with me and or guest speakers. Daily accountability, so this way you can finally get stuff done, mentorship from yours truly, and so much more. Now, there's no long-term commitment and you can cancel at any time. However, I can guarantee the moment you join, you're going to feel a warm embrace and you're going to want to stick around. Every single member of the BEFREE Inner Circle will walk away with clarity, fulfillment, and confidence because guess what? When you're around me, you're going to win. So come and grow inside the BEFREE Inner Circle at BEFREEInnerCircle.com. Hey, welcome back to another episode of the podcast. As always, I'm very grateful that you decided to listen in for another week. This week, I am loving springtime. Yay! We're officially in the spring season and I couldn't be more happier. You know, I love the shift in energy when it comes to spring and summer. I love that the days are longer, it's warmer outside, the sun is shining bright, and it just gives me so much joy to be able to experience the season. And so that is what I'm loving this week. Now, on to today's topic, which is how are you going to show up for yourself in the next 90 days? Now, you may be wondering, Siobhan, why are you saying 90 days? And this is why. Officially, we are in quarter 2. Can you believe it? Like every time I think about the time and the months changing, I just feel like everything is going by so fast. But anywho, I really want you to think through how are you going to show up for yourself for the next 90 days, okay? And I want to challenge you to really commit to yourself, right? Commit to showing up and doing the work. And everyone's personal growth journey looks completely different. So only you can define what the work looks like for you. I really want you to take the next 3 months and focus on showing up for yourself and doing the work to change your life. And your work, again, will look completely different, and that's perfectly fine. Now, also, I want to point out 90 days is because whenever you start a new job, typically you're starting for a 90-day time period where you're in training, right? You're learning the company culture. You're getting to know more about your benefits. You're learning new habits, new routines. Like you're really getting set up for the new role that you are going to be working, you know? And so even when I think about the BEFREE Inner Circle, that is something that I'm telling all new members. I want you to commit to 90 days. And it's the same thing with on-the-job training because it takes time to adjust to even being around positive, like-minded women, right? It takes time to adjust to figure out, okay, what are the goals that I want to commit to for a period of time? How do I want to show up for myself? And because it's a new platform that you're getting adjusted to, you know, you have to build that into your routine. And doing the work is not an overnight process. In fact, it takes time. It takes time to truly show up and do the work. And so you're going to learn new skills. You're going to learn new habits. You're going to get to know people. You're going to get to know me. And it's not just a rush thing where it's like, okay, now I'm in here, then what? So again, I want you to think through whether it's joining the BEFREE Inner Circle or not. How are you going to show up and do your personal growth work for the next 90 days? And it's easier to think through quarters, in my opinion, versus thinking about what are you going to accomplish for the whole year. So even I was sharing on Instagram last week how I now stopped buying yearly planners, because what I was noticing is that I would buy these beautiful planners, spend all this money, and mid-year I would stop using them. And I'm like, what is the problem? Like, this is beautiful. I love how it's helping me, but for some reason I could not stay consistent with using the planner. So now I use quarterly planners, which has been a game changer for me. And I absolutely love breaking down how I'm going to do my work as it relates to my personal life, as it relates to my business. I like mapping that out in 90 days. So again, whenever someone joins the BEFREE Inner Circle, that is what I'm sharing with them. I want you to commit to a 3-month time frame. Now, again, I want you to stay in there for the long haul. I understand the benefits of it. Starting with that 90-day mindset, like, okay, I'm going to learn this new platform. I'm going to get to know people. I'm going to make some practical goals that I can accomplish in this time frame, so that will build the momentum as you approach the next 90 days and so forth. And this is what I'm noticing that's happening in general, is that women quit way too early. The first time something is not going right, you quit and you give up. You think that things are going to happen overnight. And if you don't see a result quickly, then you're like, oh, this doesn't work for me. And that's not always the case. Sometimes you have to give it time. Sometimes you have to show up for yourself for a period of time and get acclimated to things. But if you're always giving up, you're just going to repeat this cycle over and over and over again, and you're never going to be able to move forward. So it takes time to grow. It takes time to do the work. And let me just point out, doing the personal growth work is not easy, because if it was, everybody would be doing it. And so when you join the BEFREE Inner Circle, when you commit to your goals and doing this work, you have to be in the right headspace, and everybody isn't there. And you really have to be fed up and tired of being tired, that you're ready for change. You're ready to do something different. You're ready for the mentorship and the coaching. You're ready to be around other women who are showing up for themselves so that you can feed off of that energy. And it's not, and I'm going to repeat this over and over and over again, it's not an overnight change. Let me also say, I've been on my personal growth journey for 9 years now. And every single day without fail, I show up for myself in some kind of way. And what I'm learning is that it takes time, right? When I even think about how much I've grown over the last year, the growth that I'm seeing now is because of the work that I put in 2, 3, 4 years ago. But what if I gave up then? What if I gave up 2 years ago? Then I would not be experiencing the growth and the magical, beautiful moments in this season of my life. And so I'm sharing that with you, that I want you to show up for yourself for 90 days. You have a full quarter to think through, okay, how do I want my mind to be? How do I want my emotional health to be? How do I want to feel physically and spiritually? Where do I want my career and my business? Financially, where do I want to be? I want you to think through every area of your life, and how are you going to show up for yourself? The reason that you listen to this podcast week after week after week is not to get an emotional high, but it's to commit to doing the work. But if you every single time when it gets hard, you quit and you give up, you're just going to be in the same place year after year after year. And that is not a good thing. So I challenge you to think through, okay, you know what? I'm fed up. I am tired of repeating these habits day after day after day. Let me connect with like-minded individuals who I can be around, that will support me, that will motivate me, that will uplift me. So on the days when I feel like giving up on myself, I have women around me that's going to show up for me, so then that way I can keep going. It is hard to do this work on your own. You need people around you that are also doing the work, so then that way they can support you on your journey. And I want to point something out about the journey. There is no destination to this, right? You are always going to be growing. once you get to one place in your life and one area where you're satisfied with, there will be another level to grow and another level. So I want you to get that in your mind, that there's not no end game to this. Because your life is a journey, you're always going to be working on yourself in some capacity, okay? So I created this welcome kit for every single new member that joins the BEFREE Inner Circle, and this welcome kit will be mailed to them. And what they get is an exclusive BEFREE Inner Circle journal that only members of the community will get. They also get a guidebook that tells them the history of the BEFREE Inner Circle. It helps them map out their 90-day plan. It helps them really think through, okay, how am I going to show up for myself and what am I looking to gain from this community? And it's just the perfect guidebook to walk you through the community and give you the tools you need to show up for yourself. And then lastly, every new member will get the Bff Manifesto. And BFF stands for BEFREE Family. And I'm going to read this to you because I think it's very important that you know what the BEFREE Inner Circle stands for. So when you become a member, you understand, okay, this is what I'm committing to. So as a member of the BEFREE Inner Circle, we take one actionable step daily. We never give up. We support one another. We spread positive energy. We celebrate wins, big and small. We put ourselves first without guilt. We embody self-care. We create a safe space to be vulnerable without judgment. And we choose to be free and live life. When you join the BEFREE Inner Circle, that is what you're committing to, right? And you'll have this postcard that you're going to get in your welcome kit that will remind you, this is how I'm choosing to show up for myself. So I challenge you to show up for you for the next 90 days. I challenge you to do the work. I challenge you to ask questions. I challenge you to ask for help. I challenge you to share your truth and to take one step forward every single day. All right. So your journal prompt for this week is, what are the 3 goals you are going to accomplish in the next 90 days? And then your affirmation is, I got this. Now, I told you that I wanted to start shouting out women who have donated coffee to me. And so first up this week is Erica Lee. And she says, I was sitting in my living room drinking my Starbucks when I read your email and it gave me what I needed. Thanks. So thank you, Erica, so much for sharing those kind words. And thank you for treating me to coffee. And you too, if at any point my emails, my podcast inspires you in any kind of way, you can always treat me to a cup of coffee. That link is in the show notes. Again, I'm going to keep shouting people out every week because I think that that's important. Also, every Friday at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, you can catch me on Instagram Live. Come hang out with me on your lunch break. And if you can't join me live, definitely catch the replay. I would love for you to subscribe to my podcast, share the episode with a friend, whether you share the link, you snap a picture and you post it in your IG stories and tag me, but share it because the more people that can hear this type of information is going to be better for them. You know how I say, the more the merrier. If you enjoyed this episode, give it a 5-star rating on Apple Podcasts. That helps a lot with visibility. I am grateful that you chose to listen to me this week. I would love to hear your thoughts. You can always shoot me an email. You can share your thoughts by DMing me on Instagram and letting me know what you thought of the episode. And until next time, girl, be free.
The BEFREE Inner Circle is such a fantastic community. My name is Deirdre Slater from the city of brotherly love and sisterly affection, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. I have been with the Inner Circle, I think I'm going into my 2nd year. It has been such a wonderful community. It has helped me with my motivation to reach my personal goals in all aspects, with the wonderful book club that is such a great feature with this community, as well as the sisters wanting to meet up with you locally if they are in the area. I truly love the sisterhood this community brings together.